What happens when you graduate from being a solo filmmaker to someone working within a team and you need to communicate? As a solo operator, it's easy because the only person that you're talking to is yourself or the client. However, whenever you start branching into bigger projects, bigger productions, communication is key. Which is why today we're going to be talking about wireless communications, specifically the Saramonic WiTalk 9 system. Saramonic sent these out to me for review a long time ago, and I guess it was so long, in fact, that they reached back out because they thought that I either died or stole it and ran away or whatever. But either way, I've had this system for a long time, and I've used it on quite a few projects in my experience. So this review is going to be totally based on real world, real working environment. This is not scientific by any means, but the thoughts that you're about to hear are my own and from my team as well after using these on multiple different projects. As your team grows and your production grows, it's so very important to communicate quickly, clearly, and concisely when on set. It is not efficient at all to be running across set communicating with your team, which is why wireless comms are so handy. The WiTalk 9 system supports up to 9 users without a hub. There's a master headset that acts as your mom, as we call it, whenever we're on set. And if needed, this can even be upgraded to support over 30 users across the wireless transmission. All of that's great, but how does this actually perform in the real world? Saramonic advertises a 500-meter range between headsets. I can say in my personal experience using the WiTalk 9 system between weddings, live events, football games, that we've had no communication issues with the distances that we've used. Now, 500 meters is a long way. That's just over 1,600 feet, and I personally have not put it to that limit. The longest that we've done was between 2 buildings at a wedding that we recently shot, and you can see in the drone footage here, we were in one suite, some of our team members were in another suite, and we were communicating back and forth through trees, through a rock quarry with zero communication issues. Distance aside, if you can't understand the person talking to you from the other headset, it does no good. And Saramonic have done a great job, in my opinion, with their noise canceling technology. Unless we're in a super duper loud environment, each communication that comes through has been very clear. I've been able to understand my team members, and we've been able to communicate effectively. And within the microphone boom itself, you have 2 separate settings. You have a weak mode for softer voices or people who mumble. We all have a mumbling friend. And if you can't think of who it is, it might be you. And there's a strong mode as well for normal communication. So really the only way for you to hear this is I'm going to stick my microphone here inside the earpiece and just start walking and talking. Now this is just a test so that you can hear the clarity of my voice. This is not going to be a distance test because we're also relying on the wireless transmission of the mic itself. I'm just going to back up and keep talking. I'm going to go down my field here, and hopefully you can still hear me. This is not a great amount of distance to be covering, but we are spanning a bit of a hillside. So can you hear me? I currently have the microphone on the strong setting. I just switched it to the weak setting. If I'm whispering, hopefully this will make my voice a little more clear, even though I'm speaking quietly. Now I'm back in strong mode. Hopefully you can still hear me, and hopefully my wireless transmission is working. But either way, over distance, I just want you to be able to hear how clear my voice is. We've got a little bit of a breeze blowing out here in the field today, a little bit of a windy breeze. Hi, Ma'am Niels. Millie always wants to make her appearance on camera. Pretty good indication of how this is going to sound in your real world environment. This was really the only way to show you or let you hear how the system sounds. Let's get back to the office. It's a little bit windy. The build quality of these headsets is absolutely incredible. I'm really a fan of the brushed finish on the logos here. The headset itself is super comfortable. I can wear this thing all day and it's not super heavy. It's not uncomfortable at all. The cushion is aviation grade and the headset itself is IPX5 water resistant. So you don't have to worry about getting this out in the rain and it ruining if you are on set or if you are out on location and get a little precipitation. I think you're going to be okay with this system. Very robust. The microphone design is nice. Antenna design is nice. We have volume knob here on the side for your receiver. And yeah, it's been an incredible system to use out in the field. A couple of other features that I do want to mention is these can actually be used for monitoring. So if you want to go direct into a board to monitor any audio, you can do that. There's also an app for this system, which gives you live control of your remotes. You can actually talk as a director to the whole team at once. I can't really speak on the app functionality itself because as a team, we've not gotten to dive into the app on any of our projects. But I do believe that in the future, this could be handy, being able to communicate with the whole team at once, mute certain people in case there are communications that need to go on department specific, I think that could be a handy thing. If you're a wedding videographer looking to add second shooters and people to help you behind the scenes, these are excellent communications. If you're a commercial videographer or a commercial director or cinematographer, these are great also to have on set to communicate with your team clearly and concisely. Overall, my experience with these has been great. If I had any sort of negative thing to say about this headset, it would be that at times in super duper noisy environments, there is a little bit of issue hearing communications. And I do wish that this was a double headset, specifically whenever I'm shooting dirt track racing. And I know that I'm probably the outlier for that. There's probably not a lot of people that shoot dirt track racing. But whenever you have massive motors and cars going around the track all at one time, it can be tough to hear communication. So I would like a double earpiece design just to totally seal out any extra noise, because the noise can kind of bleed through just having a single earpiece and also having all the noise coming through the ear that's exposed. Again, that's the only negative that I have to say about this set, which is not uncommon with many sets in this category. If you would like to check out the WiTalk 9 system for yourself, I'll put links for it down in the description below. Also, let me know what your favorite comms are. If you're a producer on set, director, cinematographer, videographer working on team, I would love to know what you guys have on set right now. Let me know all those things down below. Also, if you like this video, want to see more content like it in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. I love growing this community here on YouTube. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you in the next.